In a later video, we will be doing the process where you're adding materials and products and bringing your data into Katana. But in this video series, we will be covering pretty much the DNA of all of the different elements in the Katana platform. So before you get into the process of bringing your data over, it's very clear what each thing is ahead of time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. But this time, we're going to focus on materials. When it comes time to bringing information into your Katana account, the single fundamental, most important item that you should start with first is adding your materials. So instead of actually adding a material today, as there are many different ways to add material, whether it's via the API, via an import from a spreadsheet, or doing it manually, instead we're going to focus just on looking at materials and seeing what is the information that is available and related to materials, starting here in the items screen. So as you can see, we are already in the items screen. We're already in the materials tab, and you see a few pieces of information in front of us that is a list of all of the material items that are currently in our Katana account. And first you'll see something called the name of the product, the name of the material. And then here's the variant code, or SKU, which we spoke about in episode 2. We have the category, which is something that you can relate to an item. And it was also covered briefly when we were going over the settings. And then we also have default supplier here. And default supplier is actually a feature in Katana where you could specify who is the supplier that you receive that material on or write POs to by default. And then we have the default purchase price. So before we go inside of what a material card looks like, here on the item screen, there are a few things you can do with the items that you have when it comes to your materials. As you'll see, there's this bulk actions option here to the right. So when you select materials, you can do different things with those materials through the bulk actions. This is primarily geared for deleting items. So if you're no longer going to ever use those items ever again, then you can simply just wipe them off of your account by deleting them from the items page. This is more relative to deleting a record that has been created, so deleting the item. Now, it might come to your mind that, well, if I delete an item, then that seems really kind of tricky or challenging to deal with, because there could be a chance in the future that that item is linked to a manufacturing order or that item is linked to a purchase order. So if that does come to fruition as you're going through your Katana journey, we do have some measures in place that will say that the item will be crossed out on manufacturing orders and purchase orders to indicate that it was deleted. So just giving a little overview of what that feature does and perhaps what to see or expect from it in the future if you decide to make a decision to delete something. And that's pretty much it from the items page. In the next video, we're going to go inside of a material card so you can see exactly what we're looking at.